Algonquin Books and Workman Audio present The Case of the Murderous Dr. Cream by Dean Jobb, read by Stephen Crossley. Prologue. Ghosts. Joliet, Illinois, July 1891. The iron door of the Illinois State Penitentiary in Joliet groaned open and spat a haggard-looking man into the world he had left almost a decade earlier. It was the final day of July 1891, a clear sky Friday. High above the man's head, atop the grey limestone walls of the penitentiary 40 miles southwest of Chicago, men in blue coats toting Winchester rifles watched him walk away. If this had been an escape, a single guard could have pumped 16 bullets into his back without reloading. Thomas Neill Cream's hollow cheeks and sharp-edged features were the legacy of years at hard labour and stints in the mind-crushing hell of solitary confinement. He had traded his zebra-striped prison uniform for a new suit, a modest gift like the $10 in his pocket from the state of Illinois. His few belongings were stuffed into a pillowcase. He was also entitled to a train ticket to his place of conviction, but it's unlikely he had a desire to return to Belvedere, a city in northern Illinois. Staff at the prison, known as Joliet, stopped cropping an inmate's hair in the weeks before release, and the men could grow a moustache or beard, helping them blend in. But the practice had made little difference to Cream, who was almost completely bald. Besides, after marching day after day in lockstep with fellow inmates, pressed together, single file, inching along like a giant striped caterpillar, many walked with a shuffling gait that betrayed them as former inmates. The stripes, noted Joliet's warden Robert McClory, show through his citizen's clothes. Cream had been inside for 9 years and 273 days. Chester Arthur had just become president, replacing the assassinated James Garfield when he began serving his sentence in November 1881. Grover Cleveland had won and lost the presidency in the meantime, and now Benjamin Harrison occupied the White House. People who peered into the eyepiece of a prototype of Edison's kinetoscope unveiled a few weeks earlier were astounded to see moving images. The telephone, a novelty in the early 1880s, was now installed in almost 250,000 American homes and offices. In Springfield, Massachusetts, brothers Charles and J. Frank Duryea were tinkering with a prototype they called the Motor Wagon, America's first gasoline-powered automobile. Even crime fighting had changed during Cream's confinement.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?